Good morning, people of God. I'm still your regular host, OluwaPamilerin, AYANWALE. Our exhortation is taken from the book of Acts of Apostles, chapter 22, verse 7 to 10. Acts of Apostles, chapter 22, verse 7 to 10 says, "And I fell unto the ground, and I heard a voice saying unto me, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? And I answered, Who art thou, Lord? And he said unto me, I am Jesus of Nazareth, who thou persecuted. And they that were with me saw indeed the light, and were afraid, but they hear not the voice of him that speak to me. And I said, What shall I do, Lord? And the Lord said unto me, Arise and go into Damascus, and there it shall be told thee of all things which are appointed for thee to do." Our exhortation is, the call is not enough. Beloved in Christ, the call is not enough if you lack patience, attention, and a listening ear. Merely hearing your name being called does not automatically give you the answer to why you are called. Many hear the call, but they fail to ask the caller the right question before taking action. Beloved, 4 important questions must to be asked. 1. What? How? Where? And when? Beloved, you cannot begin what you do not yet understand. Sadly, many today rush into ministry or assignment without clarity, doing things God has not sent them to do. Beloved, when you hear the call, the first step is not to run, but to respond and ask the caller that, Lord, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to do it? When should I begin? And where do you want me to serve? Beloved, this question gives you direction and description. Beloved, Paul the Apostles understood this in Acts of Apostles chapter 22 verse 10. He says, "And I said, What shall I do, Lord? And the Lord said unto me, Arise and go into Damascus, and there it shall be told thee of all things which are appointed for thee to do." Paul asked the right question, and that is why his call was outstanding. Beloved, a divine call demanded total attention, patience, and a listening heart if you are to succeed in your assignment. In Exodus chapter 3 verse 2 to 4, Moses saw the burning bush and heard the call. His first response was to give attention. People of God, today many hear the call but fail to pause and listen for clarity. Instead, they rush to theological training or starting ministry without first knowing the why and what of their calling is. Beloved, in Mark chapter 3 verse 13 to 14 reminded us that, "And he goeth up into a mountain, and calleth unto him who he would, And they came unto him, and he ordained 12, that they should be with him, and that he might send them forth to preach. Beloved, notice this. The first purpose of the call is to be with him, not to start preaching immediately. Beloved, many lose patience because of zeal, forgetting that the caller desires fellowship before assignment. In Exodus chapter 3, verse 4 to 5, also show us that when Moses turned aside to pay attention, God called him by name. Beloved, attention is key to clarity. Many frustrations in ministry today come from people who never discover their true areas of calling. Beloved, in 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 6 to 11, we see that the call of God is not for us, but for his will to be done in a territory. Beloved, Samuel initially thought it was Eli calling him because he did not yet know the Lord. People of God, note this: until you know the caller, you cannot properly discern the call. Beloved, without intimacy, the call becomes a burden instead of blessing. In Genesis chapter 6, verse 13 to 16, Noah responded to the call with patience and attention, waiting for God's full instruction. Likewise, in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 to 2, Abraham listened beyond the call to the promises and blessings attached to it. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Beloved, if you fail to listen to God's instruction, you may miss the blessing attached to your calling. Beloved, hear this. When the call of God upon your life became to feel like a burden, beloved, pause and check if you are still aligned with his instruction and descriptions of your assignment. Beloved, your unique descriptions is what sets you apart and makes you effective. People of God, remain blessed and never forget this. After hearing the call, be patient enough to listen for the instructions and descriptions, because it is in the instructions that the blessings of the call are found. God bless you.